Today, we're stepping into a futuristic, neon-lit digital workspace to uncover the absolute blueprint of modern web development. Whether you're browsing a simple text blog or shopping on a massive, highly interactive digital storefront, everything you see is built on a specific, layered architecture. We're going to peel back those glowing digital layers and show you exactly how the modern web is constructed, from its most basic skeleton right up to the advanced, full-stack ecosystems powering today's top applications.
But, before we can build these complex digital cities and dynamic web applications, we really have to start at the very beginning. We have to ask the most fundamental question: what exactly is HTML? It's a term we hear all the time, right? It's practically synonymous with the internet itself, but understanding what it actually does is the absolute first vital step in our journey today. Section 1, the blueprint of the web.
Okay, let's dive into this acronym. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and we can actually break this down perfectly into three distinct concepts. First up, hypertext. This refers to the connected nature of web pages, basically the fact that a link on one page can instantly transport you to another. Second, markup refers to the tags and the structure. This is how we tell the web browser what is a heading, what's a paragraph, and what's an image. And finally, language simply refers to the standardized coding symbols and syntax we use to write those instructions. Now, what's really fascinating here is understanding how this plain text skeleton magically transforms into a glowing, fully structured web page. When you look at the raw code, it honestly just looks like bracketed text, things like doctype HTML, head, and body. But your web browser reads this exact blueprint and uses it to construct the beautiful, organized interface you actually interact with. Now, keep in mind, HTML doesn't make it pretty and it doesn't make it interactive, but it gives every single element its proper place. It literally acts as the ultimate digital skeleton.
Section 2, building the digital house. To really wrap our heads around this, think of building a website exactly like building a physical home. HTML provides the structural walls and the skeleton, right? It sets the rooms, the doors, and the foundation. Then we bring in CSS, or cascading style sheets. CSS adds the beautiful paint, the interior design, the fonts, and the colors. It makes the house look great. Finally, we wire the house with JavaScript. JavaScript acts as the electricity and the plumbing that powers the movement. It's what allows doors to open, lights to switch on, and complex features to actually function when a user clicks a button.
Section 3. Enter the MERN Stack.
A simple digital house is great, but what happens when you want to upgrade from a standalone property to a bustling, real-time digital ecosystem? A simple combination of HTML, CSS, and basic JavaScript won't quite cut it for massive, data-heavy applications. To achieve that cinematic, dynamic functionality, think of platforms where thousands of users are interacting, chatting, and buying things all at the exact same time. Modern developers rely on a robust combination of 4 specific technologies known collectively as the MERN Stack. These 4 tech giants lock together to form a complete end-to-end solution for full-stack web development.
Section 4, decoding the technologies.
So, kicking things off, the crucial point for the M is MongoDB. This functions as a high-speed cloud database. Now, unlike traditional databases, MongoDB is a NoSQL database, meaning it doesn't use strict, rigid tables. Instead, it stores user information dynamically using flexible text-based JSON documents. Because of this, it can handle massive collections of complex, varied data effortlessly and recall it at absolute lightning speed whenever your application demands it.
Next up is the E, which stands for Express.js. You can think of Express as the ultimate traffic controller for your application. It's the backend framework that manages the seamless flow of server requests between the front and back ends. It handles APIs, sets up routing systems, and ensures that when a user asks for data, the server knows exactly where to go to find it and exactly how to deliver it securely.
Then we have the R, React.js. This is arguably the face of the whole operation. React is the front-end library responsible for rendering those beautiful, fast, and reusable user interface elements you see on screen. You know, when you're on a modern, responsive website and parts of the page update instantly without you having to refresh the whole browser? Yeah, you are likely experiencing the magic of React. It breaks the UI down into modular components, which makes development highly efficient.
Finally, the N is Node.js. Node supplies the scalable JavaScript runtime environment that actually powers the backend server. Historically, JavaScript could only run inside a web browser, but Node.js completely changed the game by allowing it to run on the server side. It is incredibly powerful at processing multiple, real-time requests concurrently, making it the perfect engine room for our MERN stack.
Section 5, the complete data flow. Now, let's visualize how this all connects. Imagine a user clicks a Buy Now button. That interaction happens right on the React frontend. React instantly sends a request to the Express backend. Express, which is running on the powerful Node server, processes that request and talks to the MongoDB database to update the inventory or process the user's information. The database confirms the change, sends the data back through Node and Express, and finally, React updates the screen to show the user a success message. It's just a perfect continuous loop of communication.
So, why does all of this matter to you? Because this specific full-stack infrastructure is exactly what empowers developers to build the sophisticated real-world applications we use every single day. We are talking about heavy traffic e-commerce sites, complex social media platforms, instantaneous real-time chat applications, and dense, data-rich admin dashboards. The MERN Stack handles all the heavy lifting behind the scenes so the user experience remains incredibly smooth and responsive.
And that brings us to our ultimate takeaway. We've gone from the very basic structural tags of HTML all the way to the high-performance, dynamic ecosystem of the MERN Stack. With this foundational blueprint now fully decoded, the possibilities are virtually endless. So what kind of digital architecture will you create as you start your own web development journey today? The tools are right there, just waiting to be built. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep exploring the incredible architecture of the web.